Today we are at our client's production facility. We met her at an exhibition and we also met in Dubai. Dubai really is an interesting place. How did you enter that market?
There are no secrets.
And today I came here to see and find out where this product is made.
The bakery that we bought, well, it was unprofitable and it was basically just completely split down.
This is how the boat looked like before.
Pleasure to meet you.
Thank you.
Good afternoon. Today we are at the production facility of our client Mariam Paritovna in the city of Ardatov. From here, from this very facility, they supply products to the United Arab Emirates. We met at an exhibition, we met in Dubai, and today I came here to see and find out where this product is made, how our production line works, and in general to talk with this wonderful person. Let's go. Hello, Mariam Paritovna. I finally made it to see you.
I'm glad that you came, that you made it to us.
Show me how everything works here.
Welcome.
Let's go. After a year, I came to a production facility in Bolivia. It's my first time here. I want to learn about production line, how valuable does this line turn out to be for you.
Slava, honestly, when I first saw your production line at the exhibition, I didn't take it seriously. It seemed to me, well, kind of like a toy. But then after we talked with you again and saw it in action in Crimea, I started to think about it. And when we had the opportunity, Putin supported all manufacturing during COVID, we had a sum of money that we decided to spend on this line. And when we bought it, of course, I thought it would only be used for making pies. But once it was installed in the workshop, I realized that we had acquired something truly great for production, making the preparation of many products, not just teas, much easier. And it turned out that you don't even know yourself what it can do and how much it can save in production. Because when talking with you, you only mentioned the line, the pies, the recipes, and the savings, like, for example, on labor, since workers spend their time making pies by hand. But there's also a situation, for example, with the same loaf, the same croissant, the same like a braided bread or a romashka, these products. First they're divided by dividers, then rounded, then they need to be laid out somewhere. And then you have to gather them all together and make the final product. We moved all of this, the entire assortment onto the line. And it turned out that now we just put a sheet of dough there. And that's it. So now we have a divider, we have a rounder, yes. We've repurposed that equipment for other processes, but we're saving resources. One divider was freed up and it's simply not being used. We're saving on mechanics, saving on electricity, saving on space. In the last 5 years, we've invested so much in equipment and automation that now it's paying off. This is a real result when we're not afraid of rising raw material costs or of falling behind on wages or needing extra labor or anything like that. Yes, it's tough. The profit is very low. Margins have really dropped, you could say, in confectionery and baking. But thanks to the fact that we have automation, I can personally step up to any production line and make any product myself. But now, there's no one you can assign to the divider or the rounder to make, say, that same braided bread. So things like braided bread, baguettes, romashka daisy-shaped bread, and then the 3-layer loaf, which has been called Ardatovskiy since Soviet times. Well, we make a lot of different things on this line.
So it turns out...
Besides pies, yes, besides pies. There's room for all kinds of creativity. The best part for a producer is that the quality improves. You get a fine crumb, meaning the dough retains its moisture. It's a different, much better process.
Mariam Paritovna, as I understand it, this baguette was also made on our line, right?
Yes, this baguette we used to run it through the croissant machine and then lengthen it by hand. That took a lot of time and it ended up a bit stretched out and didn't really look like a baguette. And when the line arrived, the first thing we made on it was a baguette. This baguette is made with rye, first-grade wheat flour and bran. It's it's in high demand because it's considered a fitness baguette, and everyone loves bran these days. Yeah.
Well, I love
Yes.
I'm actually testing how healthy eating right now.
It's great for breakfast, just with butter, with cheese, really great. So I think it's beautiful. If you just show it like this, it's really beautiful, really.
How much has demand increased?
Yes, almost twice as much.
Double.
Yes, it's become even beautiful, and now it has a nice fine porosity. So when you slice it, there are no more tears, no crumbs. And another plus of this line is that the products don't dry out as much as before.
Seriously?
Yes, the moisture is retained thanks to the fine frost.
Because of that's
That's very important, yes.
so the shelf life really.
So the dough is rolled out and then it's rolled up into a loft. That way, the carbon dioxide and air are pushed out and the dough starts to retain moisture. We also freeze this product.
So it can be.
We can freeze it, take it out, thaw it and bake it.
This breaded bread was made on our production line. The process is partially automated, yes, but it still makes manual labor much easier. Here's another product made on our line. It has quite an interesting shape. According to Mariam Faritovna, its shelf life is longer because of the fine porosity. This product, too, as I can see, was made on our line some kind of sweet bagels, but they're really big and they look appetizing, especially with the topping. And the romashka bread, yes, that was also made on our line. Tell me, demand for these products increase when you switched from manual labor to the production line?
Yes, this porosity appears. And the dough isn't damaged as much as it is when it goes through the divider, the rounder, and then it's handled by hand. Here, the dough passes through the machine more gently, so the margarine and the rich ingredients don't go sour. There's this thing with dough where the richness can disappear along with the yeast. It goes sour, and you lose that richness. It feels like you didn't add anything at all.
Recently, we took part in the Modern Baker exhibition, and Mariam Faritovna stopped by our booth. I was able to ask her a few questions about how to enter the foreign market, what products they took there, and her impressions of the production line. She shared all this information with us and talked about how timely the arrival of the line was for their production. Let's take a look at this.
We are very pleased with this production line. And of course, nowadays, when there is a serious issue with staffing, which I think all manufacturers are facing this line, yes, it's not cheap, but it pays for itself.
I'm just curious though, Dubai, how did you enter that market?
There are no secrets. Let's put it this way. In Mordovia, as in all regions, there is an export development. This is a recent program from our Russian government, which was developed to help manufacturers expand beyond the Russian market. Because we are experiencing overproduction in Russia.
Right now I am at the airport in the city of Sharjah. This is one of the United Arab Emirates. It is located right next to the Emirate of Dubai. Today we are going to visit the International Food Industry Exhibition, World Food 2021, which is being held at the World Trade Center in Dubai.
Hello.
We are very glad to see you at the Gulf Food Exhibition, United Arab Emirates in Dubai. It was quite a surprise to learn that you would be coming here. We came to see your booth. Could you please tell us how you decided to come to this exhibition with your products?
We are also very glad to see you, Rustam, because the majority of the products on display are made with your equipment.
That's great.
The idea actually came about completely by chance. We were planning to come to study the Dubai market to see what products are being sold in supermarkets. But we were offered the export department suggested that we go to the exhibition as exporters.
That's export support, a government program.
Yes, that's right.
That's great. Could you please tell us what products you brought with you to the Gulf Food Exhibition in Dubai?
We brought a variety of 10 types of delicious products. Some are made from short crust pastry with a sweet jam filling on top, covered in chocolate. We also brought muffins. We made them in different flavors. These have a strawberry feeling and strawberry flavoring. Then the puff pastry balls themselves, they're called favorites with poppy seeds. Prunes with sesame, it's clear that it's prunes with sesame on top. This is mint with lemon, but we'll work on it too. And this baked thing, is it called a bomb or something? It's baked milk, so it's dry, kind of crunchy. By the way, people in Dubai really like it. And this last one, they liked it too, but said it should be a bit sweeter. This is our puff short crust pastry with peanuts and raisins.
If we hadn't been invited to the exhibition in Dubai by the Export Development Center, we wouldn't have started producing shortbread on this line because we needed to create a product that has a long shelf life, is dry and suitable for transportation for export to Dubai. So we pushed, let's say, our technological capabilities and created shortbread on your well, let's say, on your on our machine.
Could you please tell us how you plan to supply this year? After all of this is baked goods sent for exports abroad. You need a long shelf life.
We made it in dry formats so that it will keep for a long time. We don't add eggs or mélange, so it won't spoil for up to 6 months. And we plan to use packaging where gas is injected, so we can extend the shelf life without adding chemicals to 7 or 8 months.
So what we're seeing here is a product with a shelf life of 6 months and possibly up to 8 months. And there are no preservatives in it, right?
That's right.
And what about the pink and green ones? How is this achieved?
Well, those are also natural colorants.
Please tell us more. We're of course interested about how the equipment commissioning went, whether you were satisfied, how exactly it went, what you liked, what might need improvement, and how the line is operating now, how many employees are involved, was it easy for them to learn and so on?
Well, the line was launched in just one day, and the line itself, while it's complex in terms of producing a sophisticated product, is actually very simple to operate and start up. The launch only took 1 day, and it was done very professionally. We were honestly extremely pleased with the launch because everything was explained to us to use the line for different types of products, for example. By the third day, we started up the line ourselves and moved on to mass production, meaning we had it up and running by the third day. And now 3 people are working on it.
In one shift?
Yes, 3 people per shift. The only downside we have is that we're missing a stacker, so there's still some manual labor involved in transferring items. Otherwise, it could actually be run by just 2 people.
Was it difficult to train the people? I mean, this equipment was new to them, right?
No, it wasn't difficult at all. It was very simple, very accessible, and
the people who are working on the line now, were they making the same products by hand before? Or these people who started from scratch?
yes, they used to make, let's say, baguettes by hand and also make pies by hand.
And we're particularly interested in exploring this important question. Do you currently have any plans to further modernize your production processes or perhaps to acquire any additional new equipment or advanced machinery in the near future?
Well, first and foremost, we need a product sheet loader for faster product output. That's the top priority. We're gathering all the orders, but the order is practically already placed. And the second item is the multi-compact, which will further expand our product range.
An extrusion line for shortbread cookies, for gingerbread, and so on.
We want to launch an interesting product with your equipment.
Great, we look forward to working with you.
Thank you very much.
As I understand it, you yourself are very good at navigating the test, right?
Well, yes.
How long have you been in the baking business anyway?
It's been 23 going on 24 years now. We've been working in the baking industry. We started back in 1998. We took over a completely ruined bakery, and everything was baked in an old cheap oven. Basically, it was a cradle type oven with a continuous baking cycle. So it runs 24 hours a day, you load in the racks, they bake, and everything moves along the chain. It all started in the 90s when the baking industry was going through a tough time because it had always been subsidized, and by then the subsidies were gone. The bakery we bought was also running at a planned loss. and there were no subsidies. By the time we got here, it had already been standing idle for 3 years. All the ovens were electric, running on heating element. A huge amount of electricity was consumed, and it was unprofitable. It was simply, well, stripped.
Stripped?
Yes.
So here,
There were no windows here, no floors. The floors were cast iron, and those were taken right away too. The tiles were stripped from the walls. Well, as usual, let's say. Basically, it was just a huge pigeon loft. We had an agreement that the entire staff who worked at the bakery, all the technologists, all the workers, the lease agreement specified that we had to hire all of them. And within about a year and a half, everyone came back and we started working, but not on a large scale, on a small one. That's because it wasn't as automated as it had been before us. We brought everyone back. We had both engineers and technologists. They are still working with us. Some have retired, yes. We are all developing creatively, all together. And I like that. And I feel that people are comfortable working here, and with many of them, we've been working together for many, many years. Some have been here for 23 years.
Now we've come to this point. Now we're baking again just like before, the way our grandmothers used to bake bread on the hearth. It has this, it's very hot. You can probably hear the sound. That's the sound it should make, just like in the old days. So if you
squeeze it.
squeeze it, it turns out like this, really cool.
Makes you really, really want to try it.
I don't recommend eating it right now. It's very hot.
And what kind of bread is this?
This is old Russian bread. As far as I know, it bakes for 24 hours. That's the whole preparation cycle.
I can tell you really know your stuff.
Well, we all took part, we lived and grew up here. You see, our apartment was on the second floor and the bakery was on the first. So we basically lived on a warm floor. So the bakery was downstairs and we were upstairs. Yes, this is a Czech technique. Yes, it delaminates in this natural bind.
Is this wicker?
Yes, it's wicker. See, it's dusted with flour.
Yes, yes, yes.
There you go. It's quite an interesting technique. So as you can see, now she takes it, it's stood and rose, and then the pattern stays like this. Yes, there is demand. That is really good. First of all, it tastes different. The stone also gives it a special flavor. See, over there on the stone gives it a kind of life. It's not just metal like a regular metal pan, but the stone really imparts its own taste. The oven is a Czech pound fire.
We were always searching for and collecting these recipes from different places.
We often travel abroad and people come to us to set up equipment, so we exchange recipes that way. We have Czech, German and French recipes, but mainly we try to preserve those old traditions that came from our grandmothers.
I see you use old recipes, but when it comes to equipment, you try to automate everything as much as possible, right?
Well, yes, of course. Because nowadays, unfortunately, working at a factory isn't considered cool. It's cooler to work as some kind of manager or even as a salesperson. Not just a salesperson in any store, but specifically a salesperson in some boutique. People would rather earn 15,000 there than work at a factory and get 30,000.
Is there a staffing problem?
There is a staffing problem, and historically everyone leaves. Only a few young people stay, and not everyone wants to work at a factory. What's the advantage of machines? They provide stable, consistent quality, just like your equipment. It's always the same uniform, but with a person, today their right hand might press a bit harder, and the left not as much. And, well, the quality suffers. Here is the proofing area, we can take a look, yes. The bread that was baked is in the proofing area. The Ardatovskiy bread is about the same as the rye brick in terms of size. Well, it's a large loaf.
In your family, everyone is responsible for their own area.
Yes, my mom handles technology development and expanding the product range. And I'm more into marketing, trade, sales, yes. And my father takes care of the technical side, production, everything.
I believe that it's the leader who builds the team. I'm a freedom-loving person myself, and I built the team the same way. So our management style is not dictatorial, but truly democratic, and our production is quite free, without strict control or rigid tracks that the team has to follow. There's nothing like that. That means everyone can make decisions. And in a difficult situation, they can say, I did it this way here because it could have turned out like this, but I might not have known about it.
I just walked to the factory. I can see that you've really invested in equipment, right? We sell the RUSIMEX line, but I see you also have a rondo, right?
Yes.
So even though you do a lot of work on the rondo, you still bought our line. What products do you make on the rondo?
Well, we make a lot of things. We make shortbread cookies, various yeast-based pastries with filling, and croissants. A lot of products, really a lot.
How long have you had the rondo?
Well, the rondo has probably been here for more than 10 years. Here we're more focused on confectionery products, while your line is more about bread. The cookies that we launched in Dubai, you can't make them here because here there's only one roll. There's no shrouder here, or some other things are missing.
Some of our clients ask, we have a rondo, so they compare us to rondo in our line, and we say that this is...
Well, these are different products, these are different lines. Let's say the purpose of the lines here is completely different. And there you see, you have products like, well, we didn't launch baguettes here, or the chamomile shaped ones, or some other things. So, well, there are a lot. Maybe we would have launched them, but let's say here the calibrator is set up for something else. Well, you just can't put that many rolls here.
So overall, how do you feel about that?
It was a pleasure working with you. Young, energetic, smart and competent guys, and great service. I mean, even if there are some issues, there are always some in any equipment if something doesn't work out or something just doesn't come together. There are companies that say, well, you've already bought it, now it's your problem. You don't have it. One of your company's advantages is that you continue to work with the manufacturer afterward. There was a time when we wanted to launch pizza production on your line. You worked with us from start to finish, developing everything, including the die cutting. And for example, for the die cutting, we needed to make a sturdy table. You listen to all our requests. That's what I love. And on top of that, you ask, so how do you like the line? How do you work? What works for you? What doesn't? That's very important. Another advantage of your company is that you can order additional options from you, which you make yourself. That really attracted me because I like to change the product. And you know very well that you can make many types of products on a single conveyor thanks to the options, slicing, chopping, and so on. That's your advantage.
Tell me, Mariam Faritovna, has anything ever broken down? So yes, the line has been running for 6 months. Were there any technical issues?
I don't think so. I don't remember.
Or maybe they just didn't tell you?
Didn't tell me, but I'm at the production site every day, and on weekends I work myself. Yes, I work in production, I get on the line, and I work a little at every position on each line. I love working there. I love working with dough, so
Nothing like that has happened?
every little detail goes through me. If your line had been available a bit earlier when I first saw it, by now we probably would have already bought a second one, and not just one filling hopper. Now we've seen the dispenser, yes, because for sweet fillings and savory fillings, the dispensers need to be different.
We thank Mariam Faritovna for the warm welcome and the attention she gave us. We toured the factory, learned its history, how it all began at the plant, and what has ultimately been achieved. We had conversations in Dubai, and we talked in Moscow as well. Most importantly, we found out how our line can help bakers. What I realized for myself is that the RUSIMEX line delivers results when it's in reliable hands.